All right. All right. Well, excuse me. This is the Mad Coder with Codes of Midnight. I've been thinking of shortening my name to the Mad Coder. What? It's just a name based on a short story I once wrote about a programmer that figures out he programs best at midnight, so he creates a stratospheric jet that he can fly up at the necessary speed in the stratosphere to stay at midnight for as long and as he wants and whenever he wants. So, but in reality, I'm just a software professional. I, a year ago, started trying to move back to the mainland from where I was working in Hawaii for doing data processing software, writing it for an observatory in Hawaii. So a couple weeks ago, I got my second client, and that's good. It was unfortunate because my first client still needed me, but they're getting around to the funding, and it didn't come together in time. I accepted this other job, but I'm still trying to help them, and this is hopefully a long-term relationship, and I can help them into the future. And hopefully, this new relationship is long-term. I went to California for a week to start that off. And it's funny, everything is related to cloud work, and I found a really great tool that's useful for that, and I made a blog about it. Gonna try to keep blogging, even though, right now I was looking for work and able to, find some time because I want to devote some time to this communication. And I'd really like to continue doing the information theory, uh, you know, videos and the notebook videos. They do take some effort. And so, anyway, this is what I've been doing before I get back to that. But I haven't forgotten, and I'd still like to do it. And the blogging actually is a way that I'd like to keep active. Doesn't obviously take, as much preparation. It's more something that builds up that I happen to have been thinking, and then I take a little time to brain dump it. Whereas the information theory, I'd like to make it useful. The end results should be, concise and whatnot. On the other hand, obviously, I'm not above making a semi-rambling blog. I'd like this to be a two-way conversation. I think this is one way to do it. And please, I encourage you to leave questions. I only have a few subscribers to this at the moment, which is great because if you ask a question, there's a good chance that I will have some time to answer it. It might give me an idea for a notebook blog and make that easier to do rather than just thinking up something from scratch. That's sort of the next step. Part of what I'm doing also actually in business is I want to teach people to do what I'm calling cloud IT, a kind of a system administration that you can do fairly straightforward. And I'd like to have a system to apprentice people to learn how to do it. And if they want to learn how to program after that, then it would continue as a way for people to just want to learn this kind of stuff and enjoy it. I think I have a way to learn it. I'm self-taught, and so I think I know a fun way to learn to program and end up with a useful skill. So, and maybe if I do that with some of you, it'll help program this open source system that I'm using in some of my work as a contractor that I built before when I was in astronomy. It needs a lot of stuff to bring it out of the public sector and into the private sector, a lot of fine tuning, but it's also really useful already. So who knows, anything is possible. So that's an update, and I'll put a link to my blog again.